from the politics of peace to its more creative manifestation in art. No matter the century, no matter the location, artists have often taken on the role of commentators of the political upheavals of their time. We see this in Sri Lankan artists too in our final story this week, as we introduce the country's first ever art biennale. A series of old, unused warehouses alongside a small cobbled alleyway in central Colombo, an unassuming venue for a premier event, the Colombo Art Biennale 2009. Around noon on the 10th of September 2009, the opening of the Biennale, art enthusiasts strolled down the byway of Park Street and dipped in and out of the colourful warehouses which had metamorphosized into mini art galleries, holding art installations by 40 Sri Lankan and 10 international artists. The event was inspired by the Venice Art Biennale, which has a history of 50 years. That inspiration was taken up by Anushka Hempel, herself a gallery owner in Gaul. The result was this 4-day art festival, the first of its kind in Sri Lanka.
This Biennale has been created to give these artists an opportunity to create in a way that they might not normally be able to create if they were restricted to a small gallery or a small hotel. By having the space to be able to really be creatively free to express and show their talent, and so for people to see just how talented Sri Lankan artists are, not just within Sri Lanka, but after the Biennale we'll be promoting this Biennale overseas.
When preparing for the event, the artists were given only one instruction: to imagine peace. Their interpretations of the theme varied from the literal to the more abstract and made use of every conceivable medium.
This is the first time in Sri Lanka that all these artists from different backgrounds, from different schools of thought, have come together under one roof and under one theme, imagining peace. And by having one theme, which most art biennales do have, it has given the audience a chance to see so many different interpretations and representations of different artists' imaginations of peace.
No artwork was one and the same. Some required quiet thought and reflection to appreciate their full meaning. Others were more confronting. Others were alive with color and humor. And yet others were enjoyably interactive.
Basically, this concept is kind of inspired by the figure, like the mirror, and even Michael Jackson's song, The Man in the Mirror, you know, just reflecting yourself. And basically, you know,
considering this to be the theme of peace, this is basically the opportunity for all the viewers to make a change for themselves. So feel free to make a change.
Despite the diversity in the installations and pieces of art, however, most attempted to stress on the importance of this crucial time in Sri Lankan history, that this was a country emerging from war, ravaged with old scars, but still pregnant with opportunities to heal.
If you look, here you can't understand what you see, right? But you can see that it is in the shape of our country. And in here, you can see it reflected. You can see what it means. If you were trying to figure out what it said, here it is. Listen to the cry of a broken pearl. And the point of it is that you can destroy stillness, you can destroy quiet by the smallest movement, and how long it takes to come back to that point of stillness.
Anoma Witewardena, whose 8 installations commanded a large space in 2 of the warehouses, made use of reflecting surfaces amongst other things to bring out her messages of peace. She spoke of the importance of seeing oneself both in the chaos of Sri Lanka's recent past and also in its recovery process.
And you slip in and out between the paintings and you see bits of yourself through the painting, right? And you see other bits of the painting, and so you become the painting. And it's about loss, it's about losing, but it's also about recovering and about moving forward. The lady's got her new bag, her box, she's maybe moving into her new home, the child is looking happy. So there are possibilities. Phoenix can actually rise out of the ashes.
Artist Drewinka, on the other hand, chose a more spiritual approach to the theme, incorporating motifs of multiple religions and male and female sexuality into her work, leaving room for many layers of meaning and interpretation.
This lot was done especially for the show, and I've kind of used the spiritual, side to the. We all need, when we are in times of trouble, we all look up to some kind of a. So I've linked, there's Jesus on this painting. Maybe you can focus. Yeah? And there's Durga and Kali, which Kali is for justice and Durga is, full woman power. And yeah, so I've kind of linked. And the snake is used for, I practice the Kundalini, and kind of a link between all.
Artists have always been seen as pioneers of any age, unafraid to present bold, topical issues to the public in often confronting and thought-provoking ways. The artists of Sri Lanka are no different, and are committed to not only help form, but also question this new path towards peace and truth in Sri Lanka.
I think what I'm hearing from people is, why are we talking about peace? We've got it. We're at peace. No need to discuss it any further. But I think we need to think, why did we go into war? Why have we, as a nation, a Buddhist country, been at war for 30 years? Why is there so much division? And my point in this little exhibition is to think about who is responsible for this war. And are we not, every one of us, colluding in this war? And therefore, are we not also responsible for the peace?